Hello and welcome back to my vlog where I've been sharing my own authentic journey towards whole healing and greater health in the hopes that maybe some of the struggles that I've been through in my life and the life lessons that I've learned along the way can help you speed up your own healing journey and your own path towards your authentic self. So hi, in case you don't know, I'm Andrea Coulter. I am a doctor of medical heilkunst and homeopathy and the founder of the Iomi Healing System. And last week I was talking about tragedy and loss, the loss of loved ones in life and how difficult that is for us to deal with. Those of us left behind have to somehow move on, remember the person and try not to let their loss weigh us down. And if you're struggling with that, maybe go back and watch that video because I share with you sort of, as I said, the life lesson that I learned going through something big like that. And continue to, as I certainly lose. Again, we're in life, we're going to lose people and pets, that we love dearly. Never easy, absolutely. But this week, I'm going to share with you coming out of that tragedy, opened other doors for me. And like everything in life, you close one door and you open another one. As much as I was missing my father, I was newly married and, I had a little bit of a different outlook on life and just trying to get moving forward and doing, what married people do and, finding where my path is still going. And the interesting thing about my father's death is not only, did it allow me to step forward in a different way as an adult and a married person, I decided then and there that I was actually going to take a course, again, because I felt I didn't know enough or have enough information to help my father. I decided that maybe I need to take a course. And so that's when I started doing some research. And if you, again, following my stories, you'll know that I had discovered homeopathy. And of all the modalities that I'd done up until this point in my life, it was homeopathy that felt most comfortable to me. I knew herbs and I loved herbs and I knew nutraceuticals and I knew how to take care of my diet and nutrition. And it was homeopathy that I was really, really drawn to, and I just didn't know enough about it. And I think that's what it was, is I wanted to know more. So I decided I was going to apply to the British Institute of Homeopathy, which is what I did. And I started, I got all the information to start doing it online. And just, I don't know, I just couldn't connect with it. I tried opening the books and I tried to get involved and I tried to go through it. And I don't know, it's one of those things where I just kept putting it on the back burner, and I just left it alone and it sat for a couple of years and I just plowing through life and, riding and showing my horse and working and having, a married relationship and all that has to do with the rest of family and all those things that go along with just living life and just trying to get through each day as it is. And interestingly enough so the person that started the course that I took, medical heilkunst and homeopathy, he had headed up the British Institute for Homeopathy for many years, kind of wanted to unfold a new paradigm that actually really is Hahnemann, the founder of homeopathy. It was his later work, but the British Institute didn't want to go there. And so he decided he would walk away and start his own school, which he did. So he started the Hahnemann Center for Heilkunst. And again, I didn't know about it, but I got a phone call from their registrar. So they had just opened the school and they were going through back files of people who were delinquent in the British Institute and allowing us to transfer on if this is what we wanted. And I talked to the registrar and it again, one of those interesting moments in life where I'm listening to her talk and as she's explaining this unfolding of really where homeopathy was going and all of this, with the dual life force and all that stuff, which I've shared some of this, it was those little tweaks that kind of grabbed me. And it was almost like, when you find something that you're like, yes, again, this is right. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Really connected to it. And I, at the end of the conversation, she said, would you be interested in switching schools? And I'm like, absolutely. So I immediately switched schools. They sent all my information. I said that I was going to do a correspondence and work with a tutor, and that's because I believe I was pregnant or planning on getting pregnant. And again, I didn't want to be in Ottawa. So I decided that I would stay home here in London and I would just do it online, and that's what I did. So, and the interesting thing is when you find that thing that you truly resonate with and connect with, your sort of soul spiritual calling, I dove in and I started just like digesting and assimilating and chewing up the information as fast as I possibly could. I just was so ready for this information. And that's when I knew that this is truly what I was called to do in life. And it was that bubbling of excitement and you know, joy and pleasure and happiness and being enthralled with the learning process and what this is. So that's sort of how it all started to unfold. You know, in my early 30s, I started taking this course, and it was a 4.5-year course, and I did it online, correspondence-wise, and ended up finishing it in 2.5 years because I was just so ready for the information, and I was so excited to do it, and I was ready. And so if you haven't found your calling in life, or you know, you're still looking for that one thing, you know, the tip of the week this week is really look for signs. Put the information out there to the universe that, you know, this is what I'm sort of looking for. Can you guide me? And you know, one of the biggest jokes I always talk about with my clients and with my practitioner friends and everybody in life is that honestly, I've up until maybe the last 10 years, I was pretty dense when it came to getting life lessons. And so I got to the point where I realized that, okay, universe, you need to make the sign really obvious for me to get it. Because again, I'm somebody who can be very focused on my own thing, and I can be kind of going down my own path. And if I don't have the universe come along and go, hey, you know, like it did in my life, is it came along and knocked me on my ass several times for me to finally kind of get oh, this is what you were trying to get me to do. Oh, okay. I will tell you this. Please try to be attentive to the universe. And the more you become attentive to the universe or life, whatever you want to call it, life signs, the direction you're supposed to be going, you know, those moments are when you feel right, when it feels good, and when it just flows easily and it just happens and there's nothing you could have done to stop it. That's meant to be. And to take that as a sign, if you want to look for signs, that this is the direction you need to go. Now again, remember, life is always veering off on different trails, and you know, I may be going here right now and today and tomorrow, but I might have to go this way, you know, next week. I don't know, but always being open and willing to learn and to be, you know, willing to look at something different and to be willing to see a new way, to change. That is a really key piece in always growing and evolving and, you know, finding your own personal evolution and your own authentic journey. So again, if you found your calling, and, you know, kudos to you and congratulations. I know how amazing it feels. If you haven't, hang tight. Again, ask the universe, watch for signs, try to be attentive to those signs. And the more often you associate those signs and you act on those signs, the quicker they will come and the more obvious they will be. And the less you'll have to kind of get whacked down by life to get that life lesson and that sign that this is the direction you now need to go for your highest and best path. So that's my lesson for this week. And that's exactly, so it was, again, not great with age and time, but it was somewhere in my, it would have been early 30s. So yeah, I guess I was pregnant at 29, so yeah, I guess I would have had my son at that point, and I was starting my course and loving every moment of it. You know, finished it in a couple of years, did my online, and then just slowly started my practice. You know, and I haven't looked back since, and I've loved every moment of it. But it was finding that calling and being attentive to the signs and following them because they felt right. So hopefully that gives you a little bit insight into, yeah, finding your path in life and finding that one thing that makes you truly, truly happy in your authentic journey. So thank you for following along. I hope you subscribe and, you know, make sure you keep following. And if you haven't seen any of the previous ones, please go back and do that because it does help to understand how I got here. If you have any questions or anything you'd like to share with me, please do so below or jump onto my Instagram. You can email me. I'm on Facebook at Holistic Healthcare, which I'll share the link. Just let me know, where are you at in your own authentic journey? And do you have any questions that maybe I could help? And if it's private, I'm happy to do that too. So thank you so much for being here this week, and I will catch you next week. So until then, be authentic in every possible way. Own it completely, because that's really all you can do. Till next week. Bye.